guys. Hey guys, good morning. Today on Science with Sarah, we are going to be making balloon hovercrafts with these awesome 5th graders at Thousand Oaks Elementary. And we say, good morning, San Antonio! Stick around for a super fun experiment.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hi, good morning. It is Wednesday, May 1st, and wow, we're super excited to check back with Sarah and the 5th graders over there.
Weren't they the cutest? They look so happy out there.
Yeah, they're going to get pretty lucky to see this experiment. I can't wait to see it as well.
Yeah, very good. So if you've been out there, you know it's a little cloudy and there was a little mist this morning, but we're expecting some rain possibly later today.
Yes.
Not only some rain, but maybe some thunderstorms, guys. And some of these could pack a punch. So this is something we're going to be watching closely as we get into the afternoon. Right now, things are just damp. We have some drizzle, some showers coming through, and RJ will show you the TransGuide shots in just a second where there are some wet roads. But let's first start with the radar, and you can see these are widely separated showers coming through, but there's also some drizzle mixed in there that you can't see on the radar, and these will continue to, I think, sort of increase in coverage as we go throughout the course of the morning. So more showers on the way. Take the umbrella with you. If you're heading out the door late this morning, it'll be a good idea. Here's a look at the forecast. This is one of our computer models, but as you see, as we get into the afternoon, storms become more prevalent. And this is a time frame in which we could see some of these storms become a little strong. Hail, gusty winds will be the main threat. Then by 6 o'clock dinner time, we've still got storms around, so we got to keep an eye to the sky. And even going into tonight, there's a possibility that we could see storms and severe weather. So it could be fairly active today, and even tomorrow morning, some showers will still be around. Here's a look at the weather headlines. A damp start, as we said, drizzle, light showers this morning. And then by the afternoon, storms develop, some of those strong to severe potentially. And the threats, hail, gusty winds, and even some heavy rain, especially where some of these stronger storms set up. We're going to talk much more about this. How much rain could we see? Where exactly these storms are headed and how long this wet weather lasts. All of that's coming up here in just a few minutes. But let's get over to RJ now. It's been a busy morning on the roads.
Yeah, Justin, when I got back here, obviously there was a lot of construction, still lingering construction there, 35 north southbound. But that has fortunately cleared out in most of that area on the northeast side. Want to show you real quick this TransGuide traffic shot here, 37 at the Alamo Dome Tower. And you kind of see that sort of dreary, kind of gloomy, kind of what we're looking at out there in terms of some of the traffic that we're seeing at the moment. We'll go through a couple of other cameras here in just a bit. Show you this one, 1604 Medio Creek on the west side, 1604 at Brown Road. Same situation there. Traffic is moving along smooth in those directions. Want to let you know about an accident that we do have here on the far west side of town, 1604 eastbound New Gilboa Road. Looks like we're still seeing some traffic back up to Shanefield Road and even a little bit further south to Culebra in that area on the far west side. Let's get you back a little bit closer here. Crash being reported Loop 410 westbound Babcock Road, and traffic backed up to Callahan and even going far back to Bandera Road as well. Take you down to the north side of town. We have a crash being reported 1604 westbound at Huebner Road. Now traffic being affected in both directions here for all of our folks coming out of the Northwest Military area and the Blanco area here as well. All right, so earlier this morning, we were out there at basically the ground, I don't want to call it ground break, but the start of construction out there at Lookout Road in 1604. So what they're doing is they are adding the bridge beams for the access point for one of the elevated highways that's going to be in this area. So Lookout Road will be shut down again later tonight. This whole intersection, 9 p.m. through about 5:30, 6 in the morning. They have some detours there. Some of the turnarounds are closed. If you're trying to get on westbound 1604, you're going to have to come down to Gateway Boulevard to get around some of this mess. But the biggest thing that we're seeing here is just more construction in this area. Here's a look here at the NEX Central project. Basically, this is a stretch of elevated highway from 410 Nacogdoches all the way up past O'Connor Road to the northern parts of the Forum over here past Universal City, all the way past Schertz Parkway to FM 3009. So this is a massive project that's going on there. And again, the construction taking place right here, Lookout Road tonight into early tomorrow morning. So that's the latest on traffic. We will continue to follow the roads and give you more updates as they become available. Patty, Stephanie, back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, RJ.
Here's today's 9 at 9.
A violent confrontation broke out between pro-Palestinian protesters and Israel supporters at UCLA. The university has called LAPD to help them get everything under control. Meanwhile, police in New York City say they've cleared a building at Columbia University that was taken over by protesters for 20 hours. Nearly 50 people have been arrested.
Federal restrictions for marijuana could soon become looser. The Justice Department is starting the process to make it a Schedule III drug instead of a Schedule I. The change could ease criminal penalties, help marijuana businesses bank more freely, and give tax benefits to state licensed operators. But reclassification takes months due to steps outlined in the Controlled Substances Act.
It seems like workers across the country are making more money. The Labor Department's latest employee cost index was up 1.2% in the first quarter compared to the quarter before. Compared to last year, compensation is up over 4%.
Rising wages and benefits coupled with stubborn inflation could convince the Fed to keep interest rates where they are longer. The Fed wraps up its two-day meeting this afternoon and is widely expected to leave rates alone. The annual inflation rate fell from 9.1% in June of 2022 to 3.1% in January of this year. The inflation rate has been stuck around the same level since.
Oil prices are also off. Futures for Brent crude fell 0.8%, while West Texas Intermediate is down nearly 1%. Rising inventories across the U.S. are helping to push prices down, and they may have hit their peak for the spring. The national average for a gallon is $3.66, according to AAA here in San Antonio. The average is $3.34 a gallon.
Home prices in the U.S. rose in February at the fastest pace in more than a year. Economists say it's a sign the housing market remains tough and high mortgage rates. The S&P Core Login Case-Shiller U.S. National Home Price Index rose 6.4% in February from a year earlier. The biggest jump was in San Diego, which saw an 11.4% increase.
The U.S. Preventative Services Task Force now recommends women get a mammogram every other year starting at the age of 40 and until age 74. The previous guidance recommended mammograms every other year starting by the age of 50. So this does not apply to people with a personal history of breast cancer or other risk factors. Those women should stay on the plan outlined by their physician or talk to their doctor about what's best for them.
Walmart says it will close all of its healthcare clinics and end virtual healthcare services. The company said its healthcare push was not profitable because of what it called a challenging reimbursement environment and escalating operating costs. Walmart says it will, however, continue operating its pharmacies and optical centers around the country.
Dave & Buster's is bringing gambling into its arcades. In the next few months, members of its loyalty club will be able to place bets against their competitors in games like skee ball, hot shots, and other arcade games. The wagers will be managed through the Dave & Buster's app. And that's today's 9 at 9.
Well, Steph, you know we have a big military community here in San Antonio. PTSD, suicide, and brain injuries are just some of the conditions plaguing our military and our veterans in our community. That is why local researchers are taking action.
8 new studies were just funded $17 million to research how we can best treat those conditions. Our Courtney Friedman explains what those grants will go towards.
Interestingly, Dr. Alan Peterson is an Air Force veteran who was deployed 3 times.
It was in Iraq in 2004-05. That's when I realized the needs to address the psychological wounds of war.
He landed at UT Health San Antonio doing incredible research to help people like those he served with. He's now a professor of psychiatry and behavioral sciences and director of the Strong Star Consortium, a collection of national researchers studying the psychological health of active duty military members and veterans. Strong Star was just granted $17 million for 8 individual studies under the same umbrella.
2 of those studies are on PTSD, 1 on traumatic brain injury, 3 on suicide, and 1 long-term follow-up of people who have gone through therapy.
We're working together. We're asking separate questions and not duplicating, but we're also asking similar questions of our patients so that we can combine and compare across studies.
For example, explosions during combat that cause brain trauma can also cause psychological trauma, meaning there's a need to study how to treat both at the same time. Same goes for the connection between PTSD and suicide.
Just treating the PTSD may or may not reduce the suicide risk. So we're looking at this combination of these treatments.
One of these studies will look at possible success of combining short-term medication and long-term therapy for suicide prevention. Just one piece of a larger military mental health puzzle. Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
And these studies are slated to start in September, and it will likely take about 4 years. Now, if people are watching this and they're looking for treatment or they want to participate in the clinical trial, just head to strongstar.org.
Time now is 9:08 and about 74 degrees for now. Coming up later on GMSA at 9. We are recognizing April's Educator of the Month. He's a teacher at Harlandale High School who grew up on the South Side, and his students say he knows just how to talk to them and make learning more enjoyable.
And we're checking back in with Sarah Spivey and David Sears out at Thousand Oaks Elementary School this morning for Science with Sarah. They're setting up for their experiment coming up in just a few minutes.
The next generation of TV technology.
It's taking the over-the-air environment and making it digital.
It's a real upgrade for viewers.
So the reason why we have a new system is because everything's changing in the media landscape.
Sure.
KSAT is making the switch to next-gen TV, and if you watch KSAT on cable or streaming or satellite, you don't have to do anything. So if you watch using an antenna, you're going to have to rescan your TV to see KSAT once we make the switch. So we're planning to do that. This is on Monday at 2 p.m.
And understanding what Next Gen TV is all about and why we're making the switch can be confusing. So if you have any questions, scan this QR code. It will take you to a section of our website dedicated to everything that you need to know.
And on Monday, we will be holding a phone bank to answer questions as well. So the phone lines are going to be open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Again, this is Monday. You see that on your screen. We're going to release the number to call just before then. Our KSAT Explains team also did an episode on Next Gen TV, so you can check that out on YouTube or on KSAT.com.
All right, 74 degrees outside, a little cloudy. It feels like it's been like this for days now, right? When is the sun going to come out?
Well, the sun will be out this weekend. I think we'll see quite a bit more sun, and temperatures will start to warm up next week. But in the meantime, cloud cover and chances for showers and storms today. We're already seeing some wet weather there at the live cam. The roads are getting a little bit wet. We've got some showers starting to move through. So let's get right to the radar. The radar will be our friend today. We'll be getting a lot of use out of it with showers initially this morning and then some thunderstorms this afternoon. So right now everything is light. We've got a few showers traversing up 281, a few showers out along I-35, and this is going to make for just some puddles here and there, but no big deal. Let's zoom in a little bit closer on some of these showers. They just moved through Kirby. They're making their way up towards Windcrest. That's just one little patchy area of light rain that will continue to move north and west. That's kind of the direction of all this. And I'll go ahead and pause it so we can see exactly where the showers are right at this very moment. A few showers just south of Lackland, and then even a few showers up around Stone Oak. But the bottom line here is that even if you don't see showers on the radar, it doesn't mean it's not damp, because there's still drizzle coming down that sometimes the radar can't see. And as we look at the forecast for today, let's fast forward to about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Notice what happens. Those showers that we're seeing start to expand into thunderstorms. And look, these models are not going to do a great job of pinpointing exactly where these storms will develop, so don't look too closely at specific locations here. But this gives us a general idea that around this time, we'll start to see thunderstorms take shape. And the way the atmosphere is set up today, the risk for severe weather is certainly there. So that's why we need to watch the radar closely. By dinner time, we're still seeing some of these thunderstorms, some of which could be more powerful than others. Hail, gusty winds are all things we're going to have to watch for. And even going into tonight, there could be storms coming out of the hill country that could work their way east, and these too could pack a punch. This is midnight, still seeing some storms around. Even going into tomorrow morning, there may even still be some storms around. So I'd say through Thursday morning's commute, wet weather is a distinct possibility before we see things calm down a little bit by midday tomorrow. This is from the Storm Prediction Center, and this is the severe weather risk today. It's been upgraded from a 1 to a 2. So on a scale of 1 to 5, this is a 2. Scattered severe storms, potentially, where you see this darker yellow color, and that's basically our entire viewing area. Then as you get up into parts of northwest Texas, that's where it jumps up to a risk of 3 out of 5. And when we're talking severe weather, here are the main threats. I think hail and gusty winds top the list, as they often do, but we've bumped flooding up just a little bit because these storms will be kind of slow movers, and there is quite a bit of moisture in the atmosphere today, so they could put down some good rain in localized areas. So don't be surprised if you see a flash flood warning pop up. The tornado risk is low, but not non-zero. So it means there still could be a spin up or two. We can't completely rule that out, but I think the major threats are hail and gusty winds. Rainfall potential. This is tricky too. It's going to depend on where these heavier storms set up. So again, don't pay too close attention to these specific numbers, but it's showing in spots where we could see up to maybe 2 inches in localized places, depending on if you get one of these heavier storms. So that's why localized flooding certainly is a possibility. And you look at storm chances today, I put them at their highest between 3 and 6 o'clock when we get a little bit of daytime heating and some of those storms may start to take shape. Otherwise, we're talking about a 40% chance as we go into tonight. Extended forecast, 85 tomorrow, will bring rain chances down to 30%, and then a 20% chance Friday and Saturday. From there, things begin to dry out and it warms up. We'll be looking at low 90s potentially by next week. But as for today, keep the KSAT weather app handy. We'll have updates if necessary all day long and going into tonight as well, guys.
Educator of the Month, brought to you by First Mark Credit Union.
Well, this morning we are recognizing an educator for the month of April who is proud to teach in a community that he knows and loves. Alex Olivares grew up on the South Side, and now he is a U.S. history teacher at Harlandale High School, where students say he makes learning fun. Well, Mr. Olivares is KSAT's Educator of the Month.
I'm Megan with KSAT. On behalf of First Mark Credit Union and KSAT, we'd like to award you Educator of the Month.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. So whatever history, and there are certain things that you have to do.
Alex Olivares has been teaching U.S. history for the last 3 years and teaching at Harlandale High School for 11 years now.
Be a super Swiftie.
He says he keeps his students engaged by bringing the energy to the classroom.
Taylor Swift belongs to my generation, just so you know. I really enjoy this class and enjoy the subject in general because it's what I love to do. It's what I went to school for. And if I can help them love history a little bit more each day, then I've done my job. Yeah, that's interesting to know because they think Austin is the music capital, right? There's a lot
and
of stuff
watching him
too.
teach, it's clear he has the attention and respect of his students.
He knows how to talk to us and use like certain words that we use to make us focus better, like slang, I guess, and it makes it better to come over here because it's more enjoyable to listen to him talk, and he knows a lot about what he's talking about.
I grew up in the neighborhood. My mother went here back in the 1970s, and I've always wanted to be here. This was my first choice right after college. Right in college, I did my student teaching here, and I was fortunate to get a position here, and I've been here ever since.
And aside from his work in the classroom, Mr. Olivares has also been out on the field coaching baseball.
It's fantastic. The recognition is very important to our staff and our community, and you picked a very great candidate, Mr. Olivares. And the whole department is very happy for him, and we are too here in our Harlandale community.
That was cool to see everybody, go and congratulate him while we were there. Sometimes like people were in class and they don't have, time to come out. So like everybody kind of went there to congratulate him.
Yeah, that's awesome. And history also, I've had some history teachers in the past that make learning history, which can sometimes be boring, so much fun.
Yes.
And it sounds like he's one of those.
Yeah, he's really good with the students and compassionate as well. And he gave us a little bit of a backstory. You saw how his mother went to Harlandale in the 1970s. He also told us that when his mom started school, she couldn't speak English. And so she had a hard time in school, and she would kind of tell him the stories about that, but she was able to make it through. And so that he tells us that's made him a more compassionate teacher.
Yeah.
And sometimes that they have students from all over who maybe English is not their first language. So I think that's why he's been able to relate to the students as well.
That's awesome. It's awesome to have those kind of teachers in our community. Congratulations to him.
Yes, congrats.
Time right now, 9:21, 75 degrees outside.
We'll still ahead on GMSA at 9. A scam warning for Bexar County residents. It involves phone calls about missing jury duty. We're going to share what you need to know later in the show.
But before that, it's a new edition of Science with Sarah. When we come back, Sarah Spivey, David Sears, and some 5th graders from Thousand Oaks Elementary School are going to be making balloon hovercrafts. We'll be back in just 3 minutes. Well, how cool is this? This morning, a group of 5th graders at Thousand Oaks Elementary School are getting a special visit from Sarah Spivey and David Sears.
They're already having fun. So it's time for a new edition of Science with Sarah. So let's hand it over to them. Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. Today is going to be a fun day.
Still trying to figure out if I'm smarter than a 5th grader.
I think, let's see, I think they're pretty smart, David.
They're smart. They're like 6th, 7th, 8th grade level.
I know.
Because we've been talking to them. They're pretty smart.
Yeah, you're just a little higher than that, huh? I'm just messing with him, okay. Hey, so today we're gonna be making hovercrafts out of balloons and like old CDs. So this is Sarah's mix CD. I've got some Backstreet Boys and some NSYNC on there from my heyday. Okay, so here's what you need. You need an old CD or an old DVD. Backstreet Boys. I want it there. Okay. Hey, the kids know it. The kids know it. Okay, so what we're gonna need is we're gonna need one of those pop tops like this, okay?
Yeah, okay.
And you're gonna hot glue
lid
it.
off the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You're gonna keep it closed, David.
Keep it closed.
And you're gonna hot glue it onto the CD. Yeah, there you go. Hot glue it onto the CD. So I like to do a little layer right here first.
Watch your fingers.
Yeah, I don't want to get burned.
Hot glue with hot.
You guys are awesome. That was a great singing
Y'all know
that
any
y'all
George
did.
Strait?
Any George Strait?
Any George Strait?
Yeah, oh, come on. Okay, so you're gonna hot glue it, and then you're gonna do another layer around there.
I gotta wait for it to cool down.
So this is what it cooled. This is what it's eventually gonna look like. So you want to get a layer around there too.
All right, at home,
now
make sure your parents are around when you're hot gluing.
Yeah,
it's hot.
I may or may not have burned my little fingy.
Oh,
so
that's not good.
okay, so then what you're gonna do is you're gonna blow up a balloon. This is gonna be your source of air. We're learning about renewable resources, wind, solar. This is gonna represent wind. Good job. I'll do it too. As big as you can.
I've been known to have hot air.
We know that. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're not gonna tie it, but you are gonna twist it.
Twist it.
Okay, the reason why you're gonna twist it is because you wanna put it over here and you don't want the air to go out. And make sure your pop top is closed. Now, once it's twisted, you can untwist it.
Oh, I didn't decorate mine. Hold on.
Oh, sorry, David.
All right, here, let's do this.
What is that?
It's going to be a double T.
That's a great decoration, I guess. Oh, Texas Tech. Okay, well, get Maggie's. All right, so now your hovercraft is ready to go. So it's kind of like air hockey. So you're gonna pop the top open and then you're gonna let it slide. And you can see how it floats on a cushion of air there. And you can even do bumper hovercrafts. You ready, David?
Oh.
Boom! Hey! All right. So this is a great example of how this is powered by air. The air also offsets the friction, and that's why it floats like that. So it's a cool experiment if you got some extra CDs lying around. Are you guys ready to do this experiment? Okay. After the commercial break, these 5th graders are going to let their hovercrafts fly. We're at Thousand Oaks Elementary, and we have made balloon hovercrafts for Science with Sarah. You guys ready? Pop your top open.
Pop the top.
And there you go. Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's so cool.
All right. Did it come out the way you thought it would?
Yeah.
What did you think it was going to happen?
Like this.
It was gonna float a lot, but it didn't really.
It ran out of air, right?
It ran out of its
Has to have
resource.
the air in there for it to hover.
You can blow it up again and do it again if you want.
So the more air you got, how long did you think yours was gonna last?
Actually, I had no idea. I just thought it was gonna fly or somewhere. I didn't know that was just gonna stay.
It sort of flew.
It flew on the ground. Okay, you guys ready?
All right.
Pop open your top.
All right. How long did y'all think yours was gonna last?
I thought
there you go, William. There you go, William.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, you were right on. 5 seconds.
William,
Right
how long did it last for, William? 10 seconds. That's pretty good. Okay, you guys ready? Yeah. Pop your top. Ready, set, go.
Okay, we're going over here. Hold on.
I can't fall.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, my God.
Looks great. What'd you think?
I thought it lasted 5 minutes, but it didn't last.
Didn't last 5 minutes?
It did not last.
Oh no, now you got Sharpie all over your hand.
4.6.
Okay, are you guys ready?
4.624 seconds.
Yeah, I know. Probably kind of close. Can we do
This is the young guy with the tie. He's the scientist.
Okay, ready, set, go.
By the way,
Okay, wait.
here we go.
Hey, how you doing?
That was fun.
That was extra. That was extra. Okay, y'all gone? Okay, here we go.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Blast off.
Listen to the sound of renewable energy.
Get off. Oh, man.
So what made it go?
All the air that was compressed into the balloon.
And how long did you think yours was going to go?
I thought it was gonna go 30 seconds, but it went 10 seconds.
It went 10 seconds?
Interesting.
Which means you need more air.
So what's great about renewable energy is you guys can do it again. So go ahead and blow up your balloon again.
Go. 3,
You ready?
2, 1, go.
Go. Well, yours is lasting longer. Why?
Because it has more air in it.
Because it has more air in it. Exactly.
So is there more friction or less friction when the air goes through the cap?
I think there was like more friction to the cap.
Well, the air offsets the friction.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, table over here. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Pop your top open there.
Good.
Pop this one open.
In there.
Whoa, that looks like UTSA colors. Like this. Whoa.
Wow, that's a good one. That's Roadrunner scoring right there. Touchdown. Like
You
that.
can do yours, okay? 3, 2, 1, go.
I can't unpop it. It's flying around.
Your balloon flew off.
Did you think it was going to work?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Yeah. I thought it was gonna last for 10 seconds, but it lasted for like 5.
It lasted for about 5.
Okay,
Like 5
last
seconds.
table. What's your name?
Sophia.
Sophia, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, yours even got a little air. That's cool.
You went all the way to the edge with your balloon blowing it up, didn't you?
Yep.
You couldn't put much more air in there.
Yep.
Yours actually went longer than 5 seconds. So we got about 5, 6 second balloons.
Okay, everybody, I want you to blow up your balloons, and on the count of 3, we're going to let them go into the air. This is not necessarily scientific, but it's super fun. Okay, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Yay,
I'll practice that song with it. It's just they knew it, right?
Good job. We got singing and decorated
and
CDs.
fun. I say she's a great educator right there. Good science teacher.
Good job, guys. Good
What
job.
to do with my old Nickelback CDs?
Yes, you can use them.
Use.
Use them for the experiment as well.
We're looking outside right now with live cam. And you can see some of the low-hanging clouds. We've got some showers tracking through, some drizzle. It's a little damp out there this morning. We're going to continue to see some of that. And then, as we get into the afternoon, there's the risk for thunderstorms. Let's get right to the radar, and I'll show you where those showers are at the moment. Again, these are all pretty light, but it'll make you use your windshield wipers, at least for a little bit. We'll zoom in closer where some of these heavier showers are, and that's right along 281 there on the northeast side or north side along 1604 and 281, where some of those showers are tracking through right now. And as we look at these storm chances for today, we'll bring them up to about 30% noontime, but I think it's between 3 and 6 o'clock. Now, late afternoon, dinner time, where we could see our best chance for storms. But even going into tonight, there will be a chance for some lightning, thunder, even some severe weather. Here's a look at the severe weather risk today. And on a scale of 1 to 5, we're at a 2 here in San Antonio. In fact, much of our area is. Hail, gusty winds are going to be the main threats. A large portion of Texas today could see some of these stronger storms. And we're certainly going to be keeping an eye on it. Let's very quickly look at the forecast for today. Noontime 81. And then by this afternoon, there's that 60% chance of rain. We should make it up to about 85 or so. More on this risk of severe weather. And as we go into the weekend, do these storm chances hang around? We'll have the latest there for you here in just a couple minutes.
All right, thanks, Justin. A jury duty scam has been making the rounds here in Bexar County. There's reportedly been several people who were called by someone saying they missed jury duty and had an outstanding warrant for their arrest. The caller then threatened the person, telling them unless they pay thousands of dollars in fines, they will be arrested. Now, jury service officials say if a resident does miss jury duty, a letter will be mailed to them and that the office will not try to collect money from them. If you think you've been a victim of this scam, call the Central Jury Services Department at 210-864-6677.
In your morning tech news, Instagram is changing its algorithm to highlight content from smaller original creators. The changes comes after criticism that their content was being crowded out by those with larger followings and those that share reposted material. Now, the changes will be put in place over the next few months.
Yelp has announced a new AI-powered chat box to help users connect with businesses. It collects data about a user's problem and links them to relevant professionals who can help. The feature is rolling out on the iPhone and will expand to Android later in the year.
And for all the single people on Bumble, now anyone can make the first move on the app, not just the women. The dating app is rolling out a new feature called Opening Moves that lets female users set a prompt, and men can respond to initiate conversation. The new feature is part of a larger relaunch of Bumble. And if you missed Fiesta already, we have something else for you to look forward to. We're excited to announce our first ever Texas Eats Food Festival coming up in a couple of weeks. It's going to be on May 11th at Smoke Barbecue. So 20 local chefs will be out there offering samples of their food, and it all benefits the San Antonio Food Bank. So you can just scan that QR code on your screen right now for tickets, or you can go to texaseatstv.com for more information.
And you can join us tomorrow on GMSA at 9 for a live preview of what we can expect at the food festival. David Elder will be live at the Jerk Shack, and they're going to reveal one of their food items that will be featured at that festival.
Sounds fun. Time now 9:40 and 75 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
There are subscriptions for everything: groceries, video games, streaming services. So now might be a good time to go through all of your subscriptions and cancel the ones that you no longer use. When we come back, some tips that could save you some money.
Looking out there with Zoo Cam with our friends, the Flamingos. Let's see if they're going to sing along with the Backstreet Boys. Okay? Anything?
Yeah, they're moving like
super quiet this morning. It's a great day to go to the zoo. Just a little overcast right now.
From streaming and gaming services to grocery delivery and retail programs, monthly subscription costs can add up.
Most people pick up a couple of extras during the winter because it's cold outside, it's dark outside. When it just comes to leisure activity, you're probably watching more TV, you're probably doing more things on your computer, getting more things delivered. And now that the weather is warming back up, it's lighter later at night. Perhaps it's a good time to look at everything that you're subscribed to and downsize.
CNET's Nick Wolney says that many companies have been slowly upping the prices of their subscription services, and those higher rates, along with recent crackdowns on password sharing, means that you may need to be a little more selective in what you pay for. First, he says to take a look at everything you're subscribed to and the expenses that come along with each service. A good way to keep track is by using a budgeting app with subscription tracking.
People are overwhelmed. People are managing lots of expenses, especially people who have families. And so if there is something that can be watching those subscriptions for you, like an app or some other online service, then you might want to take advantage of that.
Managing through an app can be helpful if a monthly charge increases or you forgot to cancel a free trial you signed up for. Another good way to save money is to rotate which services you're using throughout the year.
You know you'll come back to Netflix later, but you've sort of watched everything on that platform. And so perhaps you just disable that for 6 months or for 3 months so that you can save a few bucks. And then when you're ready to get back on that, you can just resubscribe whenever you're ready.
And lastly, be on the lookout for deals. Buying a new phone or a new TV can sometimes come with an offer for a free subscription to a service you might like. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
We've had a lot of humidity, but maybe that'll pay off for good rain, I guess.
That's the hope. I can't guarantee everyone's going to see their rain gauge fill up today, but there's going to be some folks that do get some good rain. And today's probably our day. This is our highest rain chance that we have in the 7-day forecast. Before we get into the storm chances, though, we got to talk about the fact that it is May. We made it here. 83 is the average high, 62 is the average low. When we start the month, we end the month with an average high of 90 and an average low of 70. So this is a month in which we really see those temperatures start to warm up, but also, as I said yesterday, this is our severe weather month. This is when we, on average, see more severe weather than any other month. And today is exemplifying that with risk of severe weather. 74 degrees right now. We've got some light drizzle and rain coming down at the airport. Dew point is at 72. So the dew point numbers, humidity, sky high. We've got a ton of moisture in the atmosphere. So that's why I am a little concerned about the risk for some heavier rain later today. Let's go back to the authority radar, and I'm going to zoom out some here so we can get a better idea of what we're looking at. But light showers continue to track through. We have not seen any thunderstorms yet, and I think those hold off until the afternoon. But in the meantime, do have the umbrella with you because it's going to be that situation where it's going to be light, drizzly, light rain situation if you're heading outside. That's the latest there on the radar. But as we look forward in time, notice that some of those showers start to develop into thunderstorms as we head towards, say, midday, 2, 3 o'clock. And some of these storms could quickly become strong to severe. The atmosphere is just set up for that. And even around dinner time shows some storms. Now, don't pay too close attention to exactly where this model is putting storms because it could be anywhere. But the risk, I think it gets across the idea that that risk for thunderstorms is there. And then by 10 o'clock, same story. Still some storms around. And we're also going to be watching a cluster of storms that develops across West Texas. Some of those could work their way into, especially the hill country overnight. This is midnight, shows some storms up around Kerrville and Fredericksburg. And then that sweeping east with maybe a few more storms for San Antonio by tomorrow morning. It's going to depend on outflow boundaries. This is always a kind of a complicated scenario, but we just need to leave rain chances in going all the way through tomorrow morning and probably even into tomorrow afternoon. Here's the risk for severe weather, and you'll notice that if you were watching Mike this morning, the Storm Prediction Center upgraded this, and I think it's a good call on a scale of 1 to 5. About a 2 is what we're expecting today. It gets a little higher as you get up into parts of West Texas and North Texas where the risk is at a 3 out of 5. But the bottom line here is that hail and gusty winds are going to be a problem with some of these stronger storms. And then, as I mentioned, flooding is also something we need to consider with as much moisture as is in the atmosphere. So if a storm develops and sits over an area for a while, we could be looking at some localized flooding. and can't completely rule out a tornado. That's our lowest threat, but we can't completely rule it out with the way the atmosphere is set up today. 81 noontime, 30% chance of rain. We're going to bring that up to a 60% chance as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-80s. And then tonight we'll drop it back down a little bit to 40%, but there's still a chance of storms overnight. And we'll keep that going into tomorrow morning and then drop rain chances tomorrow afternoon to 30%. Just a 20% chance Friday and Saturday, and I think rain chances pretty much go away by the second half of the weekend. And as we go into next week, it's looking pretty toasty, highs in the 90s with humidity, which is above average for the month of May.
I thought it was April showers that bring May flowers, but it's going to be May flowers that bring June.
Sometimes.
That's, yeah, we're just setting it back a month. Yeah.
Let's see, May showers bring the heat.
Yes, exactly. And the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah.
Get ready.
The time right now is 9:50, 75 degrees out there.
We'll come back and look at the new movies coming to theaters this month. Welcome back. It's 9:53. Well, it's crazy to say, but summer movie season is upon us.
Good news is Ryan Gosling is back. CNN's Rick Damigella has the rundown of the biggest movie heading to theaters in the month of May.
You want to die? Okay. Maniac. This stuntman's crazy.
No, this stuntman is Ryan Gosling as the Fall Guy. Gosling and Emily Blunt as his in-movie director/love interest explode into theaters Friday.
Apes will learn high. Will learn.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes marks the franchise's return to movie screens for the first time since 2017. The cinematic simians take over theaters May 10th.
I started meditating to push away the blues. But now I feel them coming back.
Chris Pine pulls triple duty in Pool Man as writer, director, and star of a tale about a guy fighting to make Los Angeles a better place. Pool Man skims into theaters May 10th.
You need to know this. I ain't no Spice Girl.
She played Teen Talk Barbie in last summer's smash hit. Now Marisa Abella makes a star turn as Amy Winehouse in Back to Black. The biopic bows May 17th.
I can help you.
How?
Because I'm a kid.
You are the chosen one.
Nope. Let's not give her a complex.
Well, you had me at Ryan Reynolds running a placement agency to match imaginary friends with children. You won't have to imagine when If strolls into cinemas May 17th.
My childhood.
I want them back.
Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth star in the prequel to 2015's Mad Max Fury Road. Witness her origin when Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, roars into theaters Memorial Day weekend.
You want a little more?
Another origin tale arrives on the 24th in The Garfield Movie, with Chris Pratt voicing the lasagna-loving cat. Choosing seats in advance in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
So we finally get to find out why Garfield likes lasagna.
Yeah, all these years, right?
Mystery solved. Severe weather possible this afternoon. There is a 60% chance rain. Already seeing some showers moving through now, but by the afternoon, we'll be watching the radar very closely. Meteorologist Adam Caskey, of course, will be here later this afternoon to keep tabs on anything that develops.
All right, we'll be watching you on the newscast and on the app as well.
Yes, keep that weather app handy.
And the umbrellas.
Yes, and the umbrellas. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great day.